The BMW C400 scooters have been built for nearly 10 years now. Over that time, they've only evolved step by step. There have never been any big leaps. Still, they're among the best-selling scooters on the market. Why that is, we'll take a look at in this video. Very warm welcome to 1000 PSTV and the two BMW scooters, the C400 GT and the C400X. I already mentioned it, they're real success stories, not quite as successful as this power plant behind me, this powerhouse that was shut down in the 2010s but preserved because it's such a striking landmark and a real visual highlight here. But the BMW scooters are even more successful, and that's not just a figure of speech, the numbers back it up. In the year 2025, the C400 GT ranked 10th among the best-selling scooters in Germany in the category above 125 cubic centimeters. The C400X ranked 16th on that same list. That means, even though electric is absolutely sensible and perhaps even the future in the scooter segment, these combustion models from BMW are still on a successful path. The C400 GT is the luxury version in the C400 model range, and for 2025 it received a fairly substantial update. First and foremost, of course, the most important thing on a scooter: storage space. We now have a total of 12 liters more storage in this vehicle. On the one hand, the compartment under the seat has been revised. We still have BMW Flex case on board. That means I can fold out the helmet compartment here and actually fit a full face helmet inside. The downside is, unfortunately, I can't ride like that. So when I want to set off again, fold the Flex case back in and we're good to go. Up front, storage has also improved significantly. We now have two lockable glove compartments. Just like the seat, they lock electrically when the key isn't within range. On the right, the storage compartment offers 4.5 liters of space, or simply put, a full half-liter PET bottle fits inside. On the left, we've got 2.7 liters of storage. A bottle won't fit in there, but it's still very usable for everyday items. Speaking of storage, we've also fitted a top case from the accessories catalog that gives us 43.5 liters of storage, which is a lot of space. That means I can easily store a full face helmet for daily use. And a real highlight for me, we don't just have lighting inside the top case, but also a USB C socket. That means I can charge something while riding if I want to, like topping up our camera equipment a bit, so we've got power again at the next location. Another key point for a scooter is, of course, wind and weather protection. The C400 is already quite substantial in size. As I said, it's the more comfortable of the two scooters. Looking at the ergonomics, I've got huge footboards here. For reference, I wear a size 43 shoe and I've got plenty of space. And one real highlight for me on this maxi scooter, I can fully stretch out my legs. Often on scooters like this, you only get a small footrest and have to keep your legs bent, but not here. Here, you can really find a comfortable seating position. Also new for the 2025 update is the windscreen. It hasn't been redesigned, but it's now easily adjustable via a lever. You can even do it while riding, which improves wind protection. Yes, you might still get a bit of turbulence at the helmet, but it's a clear improvement in comfort compared to the lower position. Also not unimportant, especially on a comfortable maxi scooter like this, is passenger suitability. I've got Pat B behind me, 170 centimeters tall, shoe size 41, and you can already see a real advantage of the C400 GT. We've got proper footboards for the passenger, especially with the top case at the back. It also provides extra support when accelerating or diving into a roundabout. If you're interested in how it rides with two people, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because the motovlog I filmed with the C400, where Patrick was riding pillion during the shoot, gives you first-hand impressions. Also, part of the package, I'd almost say, is the great look of the C400 GT. At the front, the iconic daytime running light comes as standard, and it also has automatic lighting, meaning when I enter a tunnel, the dipped beam switches on automatically. If I want to ride permanently with dipped beam, I can switch it on at the handlebars as well. So that's possible, but visually, I really like the front light as it is. Also standard are lean angle sensitive ABS and traction control. That means you're riding safely even in poor conditions. A small recommendation from me, because we've got it fitted on our test bike, is the heated seat and heated grips. That's an absolute blessing when it gets a bit cooler outside. Heated grips are well known, of course, but the heated seat, when you're commuting early in the morning and it keeps you warm, it's an absolute dream. I can only recommend it. Let's briefly talk about how the GT rides. If you've got good eyes, you'll see there are still the rubber nibs on the tires. This example is completely brand new, but that doesn't change how it rides, and it rides really well. The C400 GT is clearly designed for comfort. When I sit on it, the seat height of 765 millimeters is easy to manage for my 1.75 meter height. The seat has also been reshaped to improve ground reach, so BMW has made improvements there as well. While riding, the C400 GT feels very refined. Yes, it's a maxi scooter in this 300 to 400 class, so it has a certain size. That's something to keep in mind when filtering through traffic or looking for a small parking space in the city, but that size becomes an advantage on the motorway or at higher speeds on country roads. The C400 GT produces 34 horsepower and 35 Newton meters of torque. BMW states a top speed of 129 kilometers per hour, which is just enough to keep up well on the motorway. And of course, I tested that here on Spanish motorways with a speed limit of 120 kilometers per hour, but I also reached 130 without any issues. What stood out to me very positively was the noise and vibration level on the scooter. At 120, you only notice the engine is at its limit from the lack of further acceleration. You can't really hear it nor feel it. Vibrations are very well controlled and the noise level too. I've experienced on other scooters that at motorway speeds you can really hear the engine straining, but not on the C400 GT. It stays composed, refined and quiet. It never gives you the feeling that it's working hard, and that really speaks for the C400 GT as a comfortable maxi scooter. The second model here is the C400X, and as BMW's marketing says, it's the cheekier one, the more aggressively styled one, and the one with a more rugged look. You can already tell just by sitting on it. The front fairing isn't as expansive as on the C400 GT, which makes it feel more compact, even though the technology underneath is the same. Let's start with the update. The scooter was first introduced in 2017 and has also been gradually refined, with the latest update coming in 2025. That included, among other things, a new front end. It's still clearly recognizable as a BMW C400X, but the design has been refreshed to bring it into the modern age. We also now have increased storage under the seat. It's nowhere near as much as on the GT, simply because the bodywork is more compact, so the underseat storage is smaller. For 2025, we gained 3 liters more, but compared directly with the GT, you can tell there's less space. We also have the BMW Flex case here, meaning the fold-out compartment underneath for storing a helmet when stationary. But the central divider in the storage compartment does reduce usable space. The glove compartments at the front are also more compact. They didn't receive an update for 2025, so you can't fit a half-liter PET bottle in there, but my phone does fit a Samsung S22 Ultra, just so you can picture the size. The fact that the glove compartments weren't updated isn't really a drawback because, as mentioned, the front fairing is compact and simply doesn't offer the space. The same applies to the footboards. In the standard position, I've got enough room for my size 43 shoes. That works fine, but stretching out forward becomes uncomfortable. There's a small plate where I can rest my heel, but compared to the GT, everything here is more compact. The same goes for the passenger footrests, which are smaller fold-out pegs rather than large footboards. Even when stationary, it's clear the C400X is aimed at riders who prefer a more off-road inspired look, and above all, a scooter that feels more compact and agile in the city, which it definitely does. That brings me to the riding impressions. In the city, this scooter feels more at home than the GT. Thanks to its compact dimensions, it feels more manageable. It's also slightly lighter, which gives me more confidence in urban traffic, for example, when filtering through cars, simply because the dimensions are smaller, and that also plays a role psychologically. Once we head out onto country roads or the motorway, you start to notice the downsides of those compact dimensions, especially at the front. There is a windscreen, but it's small, not adjustable, and the fairing doesn't provide as much wind protection or comfort as the GT. If you tick the right boxes in the configurator, you can also get heated seat and heated grips here, an absolute comfort bonus. There's also navigation preparation, and of course you can fit the 43.5 litre top case here as well. I'd recommend it in any case on a scooter, simply to maximize storage space. Before we compare both scooters again, one more thing to mention: the technology is identical. The engine is the same as in the GT, and so is the safety equipment. Cornering ABS and cornering traction control are also on board the C400X. So as you can see, the C400 GT is the maxi scooter in BMW's lineup. Large, expansive and ready for long journeys. Prices in Germany start at around 8,000 euros. If you spec it like this one, the price does go up. But there is a more affordable and more compact option, standing right next to me. The C400X starts at 7,000 euros in Germany. Of course, adding options increases the price here as well. But as we've just seen, it's the more compact and more affordable choice. At the beginning of the video, I asked whether these combustion-powered scooters are still successful in this age of electrification and why. Quite simply, BMW knows how to build a scooter. Looking back historically, there were models like the C1, then later the C600 range, and now we've arrived at the C400 models. During my time here in Barcelona, I've come to appreciate how well these scooters ride, and above all, how sophisticated and premium they feel. I also rode the GT for a while with our cameraman, Patrick Berger, on the back. The first thing he said when he saw it was, "It feels premium." And that's exactly the feeling BMW delivers with these C400 models. It's a premium sensation that BMW is selling here. These scooters are still successful because BMW understands its customers. They want a scooter that feels refined and luxurious in everyday use, but not so bulky that it becomes impractical in the city. So BMW offers a choice. The C400X is the cheekier one, but less practical. Storage space is more limited and wind protection as well, but if you're looking for something compact, that's the one. If you want luxury, comfort and lots of storage, then you go for the GT, but you'll also have to spend a bit more. In the end, BMW offers the choice. There's an electric lineup, compact combustion models and more luxurious combustion models. That's why these scooters are still so successful, simply because there's variety. Have you had any experience with the C400 scooters, and does it match my impressions? Then let me know in the comments. If your experience differs from mine, let me know that as well. Whatever you have to say on the topic, drop it in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. So you won't want to miss the videos for great visuals and detailed reviews, so make sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Take care, bye, and see you.